Yesterday evening there was sailing action in the victory class as the battle for the King's Cup intensified. The Levante conditions made things unpredictable at times for the competitors, and ultimately it was Sheppard Capurro in Andromeda who took first place to stretch his lead at the top of the table. Still a long way to go, however, as fellow competitor and committee member Hamish Riso was keen to point out.
So we're about halfway through the King's Cup. Mikko won last night. I think that takes him into the lead by possibly a point from Charlie Stagneto and Charlie Lavarello. So Lavarello got a third last night, Charlie got a fourth. So it's a very close battle between those three at the top. I'm a little bit way behind. I got a 6 and a 7 the last two races. I'm waiting for new sales after 3 years coming on next week, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to improve. And I just want to make a special mention for Luis Triay Senior, who's got a third and a second in the last two races at the age of 91, which I don't know, I run out of... Well, I just got no description really for a guy of 91 who's competing and as aggressive as ever and sailing extremely well. And also special mention for Nick Cruz, who seems to do very well in the first 3 quarters of the race and then sort of drops out a little bit on the last quarter, and if he can improve that, he's up there challenging too. He was a second at last one point last night, So
when you think back past, in past years, is it always this tight at the top? I mean, it's a really, really close sort of 3-horse race at the minute.
Yeah, I think it's always been very competitive, but it seems to have become a lot more competitive the last 5 or 6 years, where there's maybe 5-6 boats really competing for that title. So I think it's always been close. I mean, we've lost King's Cups before on the last day, and lost it literally on the last day 2 or 3 times actually. So it's always been close, but it's normally been 2 boats rather than 3. And this time it seems to be 3. I'm hoping that I can make it 4 at some stage in the next few races.
One big difference from this campaign to past is that action has now moved from Saturday afternoons to Thursday evenings. Now, to the untrained eye, that might seem like a nothing switch, that actually it can have quite a big difference on performance levels.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of it, because the wind generally at 7 o'clock on a Thursday night is less than 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Midday is normally when, about 3 or 4 in the afternoon is when the winds are ideal normally. So from that point of view, it probably does have a little bit of an effect, but maybe it's more mental in my head than anything else. But yeah, it does seem a little bit lighter in the evenings. Definitely a little bit lighter in the evenings than the Saturday afternoon.